Hi, I'm Mike Hayflick here with another department highlight. Today I'm here with my friend, frequent co-host of the Financial Guys radio show, and my podcast co-host, Mike Sparazza. Mike, today I'm going to be talking to you about your role as managing partner and sales manager of TFG Home and Auto. So thanks for doing this.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So as you know, I'm in the financial planning area, and clearly I know a little bit about property and casualty insurance. I need some of that myself. But can you just tell me and the folks listening about the business of property and casualty insurance and why it's even required?
Yes, I think the easiest thing that people think of when they think property casualty: auto, home insurance, recreational vehicle insurance, business insurance, workers' comp, that type of stuff. In a lot of cases, yes, it is required. If you have a mortgage, you have to have homeowners insurance. If you drive a vehicle, you have to have auto insurance in the state of New York and most states in the country. If you have employees, you have to have workers' compensation and disability. So there are a lot of things that really are required. Again, loans on vehicles, loans on recreational vehicles, they will make you carry insurance. God forbid something happens to one of those items, you have something to replenish the loan that you have.
So people who think, come on, there's such slim chances that I'm going to have a deer collision with my car, or that I'll be in an accident on the roads, or that my home will have some branch fall on top of it, or a fire or something. For those people who think, oh, I'm going to take my chances, I mean, what are the real risks of feeling that way and thinking that way?
Well, I think the thing people forget about, it's not always just the house burns down. It's what if somebody comes to your house and trips on your concrete driveway and falls and they sue you, because it also covers liability, not just the actual house. So I think, we don't think this stuff's going to happen. And to be honest, if you played the odds say that it won't happen. But when it does, and if it does, you want to make sure you have insurance. And I think, I've been doing this now 7 years. I've seen the things that you just never thought you'd see, right? I've seen a house burn down. I've seen somebody injure or kill somebody in a car accident. Really sad things happen. And for the minimal cost that it is over the course of your lifetime, it protects hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars of your assets or whatever you may have.
So required and highly
beneficial
needed.
to just have,
Beneficial.
Yep.
I mean, it would be massive crisis if you have a house burned down, you didn't pay insurance companies the bill, right? I mean, you can't even recover from something like that in most cases.
A former business partner of mine actually had this with a client down in New York City. They paid off their home loan, so they had no mortgage left, and the home was free and clear. They got rid of the home insurance because they didn't want to pay it, and less than a year later, the house burned down. They got nothing. So now, again, that's the extreme scenario. A lot of these claims that we see are $10,000, $12,000, $20,000, but you just don't want to play that game because it happens every day, and that's why you have insurance.
I want to just tell everyone my story because several years ago, I thought, and I remember telling you, Mike, I get what you do. I want to promote what you do and have people come through with their declarations pages and get quotes, but I think I'm getting every discount under the sun with the company I've been with for over 20 years, but I'm going to bring my policy statements to you anyway. So my story was I was with a large firm 20 to 25 plus years. I paid $6,500 per year for 5 vehicles, a house, and an umbrella liability policy. So what do I find out? They were raising my rates. They never reviewed with me the liability values. So you were able to raise those liability values. You doubled the umbrella policy, and you reduced my annual expenses to, get this, $1,100 per year, $5,400. My first reaction was, holy cow, like I was amazed, and I'm giving you hugs. But then I was really angry because that other firm, big national firm, kept tweaking up my rates, I found, right? They never asked me about reviews and never really offered further discounting. What would you say to people that I know you've had experienced the same kind of thing?
I can promise you it's not going to go down over time if you don't actively look to do something. So what I tell people, we're doing it right now. We have a company that just had a 25% rate increase across the board. We're calling all of those clients right now because the rate just went up. If they're a $1,000 policy, your rate just went up $250. So it's not chump change. So we're calling and actively shopping that around. Companies will never give you a discount because you've been a client of theirs for so long. It just doesn't work like that. I hate to say it to people because they're always like, well, that's BS. I've been with this company. Where's the loyalty? it doesn't happen. So there's no such thing as loyalty in this type of business. You have to almost create your own loyalty. A way to do that is find an agent or broker like us who will actively shop you, if not every year, every few years, to make sure you're staying in line. In your case, you were with them for quite some time,
Right.
and it cost you. But that is not your job as the client to figure out. That's our job as an agent for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Mike, I see countless commercials by these massive national firms. They must be spending millions and millions of dollars on this advertising. Why is it not always the best decision to go with a company that just simply has the, cute mascot?
So they're one company. That's the problem. They're not a broker that can look at many different companies across the state, across the country, whatever it may be. We have over 25 companies where we can find the best rate for you. If you go to that company that has maybe an NFL player that is their mascot, they have one company to shop you with. That's all they can do is give you one company. We can give you 25 to find you the best rate. And, a lot of companies we use, some are national, some are regional, but they're not necessarily spending billions of dollars on advertising, so they can help you, maybe find a better situation for yourself without putting you into a, one-size-fits-all policy.
Let's talk a little bit about the demographics that you serve. Clearly, you can serve everyone who began to drive, anyone who then can own things like homes, like you said, RVs, recreational vehicles, boats, classic cars, right? All sorts of fun stuff and all the necessary stuff, too. Do you find that certain companies will cater to certain demographics, maybe in a little bit more of a robust way, meaning they'll give even maybe better coverage for lower premiums because they fit a certain demographic?
Yeah, certain companies have certain appetites. There's no doubt about that. So one thing would be, this is not about a demographic of age necessarily, but some companies like recreational vehicles, others don't. Some companies like younger drivers, others don't. Some companies but have better rates for people that have claims. Some companies don't. So there's a lot of things, not just age. Gender is something that companies charge on. So that type of stuff you have to look at, and that's the beauty of working with someone like us. We can fine-tune your policy for you. If you had maybe a claim 2 years ago, okay, this company's probably better than this company. We can do all that, and we know our company's appetites and their underwriting guidelines.
That's great.
Yeah.
Last thing, what's the best thing people can do? I guess with New Year's, upon us, we're doing this just prior to New Year. The best thing that people can do to really to get the best coverages, how do they reach out to specialists like you and your team? And what stuff do they need to gather to make sure that they're bringing you the right information?
Yeah, I think Mike and Glenn always said it best. Dust off the policies, take them out, and actually review them. So what we do is we ask you to send us your current policies. We can take a look. It's not because we care about the price, because to be honest with you, we don't care about what the price you're paying right now. It's so we can see the coverage and either match that or do better on the coverage that you have with recommendations. That's as simple as it is. You send us the policies, we review with our team, and then we set up a phone call, and we shop your insurance live right over the phone with you. Again, making sure we did exactly what you have or better if that's available for you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Absolutely.
Folks, 833-FIN, guys, to reach out to Mike and his team. Dust off the old policies. Everything you own is likely insured, right? Homes, boats, automobiles, condos you might have out of state, even Florida, right, Mike? You can help not only New York, but also in Florida. So, folks, reach out to Mike and his fabulous team. Thanks again.